Whoa, we are back. We have finally fixed our technical issues here. Greg is the mastermind. I think he clicked 2 buttons, but you know what? Those 2 buttons would not have been clicked without that man.
That's right.
So now we're back on everything. We're back on Twitch. We're back on the good stuff. We left off here talking about how do we keep our confidence. You had something to say before we left, though.
Oh, yeah. I said passion, right?
Passion.
As long as the passion's there and you don't let it go, you should have that confidence, like, just with you. It shouldn't, you shouldn't lose it. I have an example of that.
Let's hear it.
I'm on TikTok. That's
Yes.
where you can find me.
I gave you his Instagram tag that's
Yes,
up here.
my Instagram tag is my TikTok tag.
Yes, it is.
So lately, this is not a me thing. This is not a me problem. This is just a thing I've seen on my For You and my following page, where people I follow who have a huge following become, they lose their motivation, their Motto-Vation.
Ooh.
And their reason being is because they're not getting enough views and their algorithm is bad.
Yeah.
And with that, they end up posting less. And then in the end, they start complaining a little bit, sure, but then they end up quitting. And for me, I've had my fair share of moments where some of my videos just don't do well, but that doesn't stop me from going, I'm just going to take a break. Like, I'm done with videos. No, I keep going because it's like what I enjoy doing.
Consistency.
And it's the consistency that I love, and knowing that at least if one person watches, I'm good.
Damn
and
it.
I think that's a thing that on social media, people just don't think about too much. They just, they're in it for, they have other personal reasons for it, and then they lose it because there's no one watching them no more,
I think Gary Vee said something about if you start bringing a service to somebody else in some way or form, may it be fulfillment in video content they didn't get to see, or maybe just seeing extra stuff and making them happy and smile. Yeah. When you bring a service to somebody else, that's when you truly get something out of your brand and yourself. And I think that's awesome. I love that. TikTok, Instagram, all these social medias are very big for destroying a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah. I see it all the time.
All the time. All the time. I mean, even
really.
in my own circle.
You're comparing highlight reels. Like, if you unless somebody's posting literally their entire day on social media, all you're seeing are the highlights. You're seeing the stuff they want you to see.
Yeah.
You're seeing them at their peak, at their best. I look really good right now, so I'm going to take a picture of this outfit. I'm going to post it on Instagram. And then, later on when I got something delicious and I know other people want, I'm going to take a picture of that and post it on Instagram.
And then people compare themselves to that, to their tops.
And so this person, you're sitting there looking at it while you're in sweats, knowing that you should have cleaned the house 2 hours ago.
You ate like 10 Oreos.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're sitting there on the couch all down on yourself because you haven't done anything today, and you're looking at this person who looks good, feels good, and you're like, damn. But you don't realize that before they posted all those pictures, they were sitting on their couch in sweats, and they were like, I should get dressed, I should shower, I should go get a coffee or whatever. And so you can't compare yourself to other people's highlight reels.
That's real. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
That's the thing too. A lot of people love to compare a lot, and that's the problem.
I think it's where confidence gets destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to think about what motivates you, because it's like, are you being confident, or are you just trying to like hide your confidence, like
your lack of social media. That's why I personally try, and I see other of my close friends too who do this. We like to show you our fails. We like to show you the times we mess up. We like to show you the moments where we eat it and we hit our face on the ground, or so you could see the human aspect. Or, I mean, I do not agree with everybody's. In any situation, too much of something is bad. So showing too much of your weakness, I feel like, is not sending a good influence to your circle. But also showing enough weakness is good. But showing too much of the highlights, too much of your greatest moments could be bad too. So finding that balance is always key. I see a lot of people crying on their social media in tears, and I get it. Some people will vibe with that, but are you allowing that person to stay in the same situation or grow out of it? And that's where I have the problem with it. It's like, it's good to show your good and your bad, but it's not good to show too much of your good and too much of your bad. It's all about balance. It's all about key. that little scale.
Balance in life is important.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
That's why they say namaste, return to center,
Ooh.
keep balance.
Yeah.
I thought it was for like people were trying to get people out of the yoga studio. He's like, namaste.
Yeah, namaste. Get away.
Good vibes.
I didn't know that's what that meant. It meant that's what it means.
I'm pretty sure it means return to center.
Bring it up. We have a web browser.
It can mean a lot of different things. to a lot
Switch
of
it over to
people.
the webs. We're gonna
Or
look at the
yin ain't
definition.
nothing without the yang.
Oh, and you know what? While we're up here and doing that, let's look up the definition of confidence too. What the word?
Looks a little pixelated.
We see
Wanna read that,
pixelated.
Greg?
They don't.
Oh,
A respectful greeting,
dang it.
sometimes spoken as
No, there's intention to it. All.
There's
Yeah,
intention.
no, yeah.
There's
There
no way
should
it should-
be.
yeah.
Return to center.
We're gonna go with that because you know what? That's
Let's
what.
just make it our own definition.
Yeah.
peaceful spirituality in the universe in the hopes of receiving a positive message back.
That works.
Positive in, positive out.
Oh, okay.
There we
Okay,
go.
cool.
Feng shui.
Can we look up
All the
confidence?
way.
Can we look up the actual government standard?
the
Dictionary.
the medical definition of confidence.
Yeah, just
let's
so
get on
we-
WebMD.
Because a lot of the problems we have here that we look up is that some of these people write this definition and people try to live by it instead of finding their own definition.
Hmm.
So what's that say other than the hieroglyphics that we see in this one?
The feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, firm trust.
See right there.
Someone or something.
That's another thing too. Like personally, I don't agree with that the definition. Because then when you become codependent, it can be destroyed. If something or someone disappears, your confidence disappears.
Yeah, but like you were talking about, you have a support system. That's your family. That's what gives you confidence.
That's good
It's the frame of the building. It's the framework of the building
Yeah.
where that the roof can rest on the walls because the walls are held in place by the foundation, and the foundation supports everything. You've got your support system. You can have confidence in your building.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. You know what?
Metaphors and
Thank
shit.
you.
Metaphor. Yes, dude. You know what? Minds are changed. You know what I mean? But I love the way you said that. Yeah, that was amazing.
But yeah, you said you have anime, and then you also have your friends too, right?
But yes, but if my friends did. Okay, so here's another thing too. I was talking to my
let's hear it.
girlfriend the other day about this,
Mm-hmm.
and I was telling her, you know what? If all my friends said, "Fuck you," this is 18 plus stream, so fuck you, Bobby. We're done. I'm done. I'm not being your friend anymore. Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with it because you know what? I'm one, confident on who I am. Two, I'm confident the world will give me goodness if I keep putting goodness in.
Mm-hmm.
And also, namaste. And then, and three, I'm confident in the bonds that I've made. I've had many situations where I won't say any names, but I've had some of my closest friends
Yeah.
completely disown me, completely shun me, and because of their own thought process that was manipulated by someone else,
Mm-hmm.
or manipulated by a situation they didn't get the full knowledge of or full information about. So it was brought back on me, and I took backlash, and I was alone with some of my closest friends that I would spend every day with.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was very sad, obviously. It's a first reaction. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I know we made great memories. I know how you truly feel. And I also know that you are human. So I know you're going to have weak moments. So if this is your weak moment for you, I'm not going to let your characteristics mess up my characteristics and my confidence. So when you're ready to be my friend again, I'll have my hand open for you. Just like you never left. But if you're not, I got to keep going. It's a metaphor of a train. You're a train, and your confidence is a train, and you are a train. You have a track that you set yourself out for. You got to keep going down that track. You're going to be going at your speed that you want, whatever speed that may be. If someone wants to jump on the train, invite them in. Keep them there. But if they decide that they want to stop the train, they got to jump out, dude.
Trains don't go backwards,
Yeah,
guys.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it depends.
Unless you
hold
put an
on.
engine on the
Oh,
back.
Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, jump out because I'm not stopping for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
you've had a moment like that in your life with your friends?
multiple times. Multiple times.
See, the thing with that, Bobby, is friends are the family you can choose.
Yeah. I mean, you can always
you can always
you can always build
blow my
I mean,
mind right now.
I mean, you can build a family too. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, the friends
What
and
the
family choose.
heck? But like, I feel like I've known that, but like hearing it out loud is like a
Mhm.
confirmation of what I've been trying to do my whole life. You know what I mean? I have a thing called the brotherhood.
Yeah.
And, you know, whoever I feel like deserves to be in that brotherhood who's made an impact in my life is stuck there for life.
Yeah.
I got people like Hunter and other people that no matter if I didn't see Hunter, like he went to China. I didn't see him for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment he came back, I didn't even talk to you that whole time. Did I?
Not really. I couldn't even use Facebook.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask you that. They don't have Facebook over there, huh?
Nah.
So no communication.
No.
But the
Not even
moment he
WhatsApp?
got back, I found out. I went to go say hi to my boy
Tight.
because it's like, doesn't matter how long we've been away. It doesn't matter what may happen in that time frame. We have a bond.
Yeah.
You're in the brotherhood.
Yeah, because I got back and I'm like, dang, now I get to see all the people that
Oh,
like
God.
I've been away from, and the people that like I've wanted to see this whole time, and I was like, that's been on the mind, you know. And it's like, sometimes, you take those gaps, and sometimes, especially relationships, people feel so in like lack of confidence about a lot of relationships.
Real quick, just to say what's up to the new people. Thank you guys so much. Can we see who rated us? Great.
Nero Cesar.
Nero says, "Oh, dude,
Nice.
he's actually a new follower from the other time Jesse
Hey,
rated.
welcome back.
Dude, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Great time to raid because we had a little technical difficulty before.
Yeah, you guys came in clutch at the
Yeah.
right time.
Let's go. How many did you rate us with?
We brought 12.
12.
pretty
Let's
good. That's
go.
pretty good.
We were in the middle of a motivational podcast, guys, and please stay tuned because we're talking about confidence. If you want to get into it again, just look at the video and the previous one. This is done, but we're gonna get into this now. So we were just talking about how do we keep our confidence, and also we were going off the fact of the confidence, the definition. What they told us what confidence is versus what we think confidence is ourselves. Hunter, I think it's your time for the floor, right? For what do you think confidence is as a definition?
So I think like as a definition, I wouldn't have like a super strict definition of like what confidence is. It has to be this, has to be this. No, but like, it's there's kind of the things that like things that you believe about yourself, and then like how like willing you are to show that to somebody else.
Oh, yeah,
So
I like that.
Yeah. So if you're willing to open up to someone else.
Anybody?
And I just feel like it's different for different people. Like family you might be more confident with than strangers or vice versa.
But remember that video said, if you're able to have confidence with your close ones, that means you're able to turn on confidence. That means you're able to generate confidence. So you should don't section it off to just them.
It sounds like what he's saying though is that it comes more from a place of trust
Ooh.
than it does like a proximity. Like, yeah, you could be next to somebody all day and not have confidence in them. I mean, I've worked with plenty of people for 40 plus hours a week that I wouldn't trust to get me a soda without shaking it up. But there's people that like, I mean, Bobby, you and I haven't spent a lot of time together,
Yeah.
but we've talked and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But so I've got confidence that if I were to call you and I needed you for something,
Oh, yeah.
you'd be there.
I'd
So
be there.
because there's a level of trust.
Bro,
So-
I'll take a bullet for you, bro.
I might call on you for that.
Dude, honestly, bro, I'll take. Actually,
Yeah, Bruno Mars up
There's
in
a couple
here.
of guys who've been sending me some pretty threatening messages.
tell them
Oh,
you've
no.
got a meat shield. Say, come and test me, bro. I'm working on these abs for a reason. Anybody else want to take the floor on that?
No, actually.
Okay.
Let me get back to me on that one,
Okay.
actually.
So we're gonna go to the next
Let's see
question,
what the
guys,
meat-
of the general talk here. So I've heard this a couple times throughout my life, but some people have this thought process of, are you born with confidence? What do you guys think about that?
I think it's kind of like when you're talking about serial killers and there's like the nature versus nurture. Like, are you born that way or is it your environment? I think it's the same argument just for the other end of the spectrum. Like, yeah, serial killers are pieces of shit and they're down here on this awful end of the spectrum. But on the other end of the spectrum, you've got all the really positive side. And you've got the confidence and all that stuff. And I think you can be born with a certain amount of self-awareness and stuff like that and realism, but you're also shaped by your environment. So if somebody in your environment's always telling you that, no, you're not good enough, you're not going to have that confidence. If somebody in that environment from the time you're a little kid is telling you that you can do anything, then you're going to have all the confidence in the world that you can do anything. But at the same time, if somebody's telling you that, hey man, you can do anything and you look in the mirror and you're like, well, actually, really, I can't dance. Like, then you're not going to have that full spectrum of confidence, but you're still going to be confident in things that you can do, because when they say, hey, you can do that, you can do that.
So yeah, more nurture over nature, right?
A little. Well, I think it's both.
Okay,
Because you got to be able to examine the stuff that people give you. You can't just take everything at face value. You can't have somebody be like, "Yo, dude, you're amazing at everything." Well, nobody's amazing at everything.
You don't
True.
have to be
Very
a good
true.
dancer, as long as you like to dance.
You could dance if you want to.
Right.
You could leave your friends behind.
Don't dance on yeah, we'll get that.
Oh, I wish I could
Take it
clip
back
that.
to Ratatouille.
Oh,
though.
no, that's good.
That what you said though, that reminds me of Ratatouille. I hate to quote it, but
Don't
like,
do it.
anyone can cook.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be a bad cook, as long as you can cook. Anyone can cook.
Dude, I think that's awesome. I think I agree with the nurture in nature. But I also I disagree with it too, because I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's always a weird case, and you could be a weird case out there. I was told for a very long time in my childhood that I was going to fail, that my dreams were not feasible, they're not logical. You know what I mean? They said, you're not going to become a superhero. You're not going to become a pro skateboarder. You're not going to make money doing what you love. You got to stay in school. You got to behind a desk. You need to do this and this and that. Your education is the most important thing. You're not going to be able to be respected. You're not, all this stuff. All my life, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You fail. But for me, I always took you think I'm going to fail? Watch me. I'm going to show you I'm not. I'm going to prove to you I'm not. I'm going to go against your word. The moment you start doubting me is the moment I start telling you that I cannot be doubted.
Who do you lift for?
I lift. Is that a serious question? That was
That's a question right there.
Who do I live for? Live for or lift?
Who said that?
Like
Who do you
lift
live
like
for?
muscles?
like
Like
reps- reps for Jesus?
Who said that?
Jacuzzi.
Jack Kuzi.
That's a great name, by the way.
I live for honestly myself, but also to be capable of survival in any aspect. If I fall off a cliff, muscle up. You know what I mean? If I fall off a cliff with my girlfriend, one arm hold, L sit, pull up, curl, get her on top, get up, muscle up, pick her up. Luckily, my girl's very strong, so maybe she'll be saving me.
That
But
being said, Muscle Milk, if you're out there, sponsor us, please.
Shout out.
Shout out to Muscle Milk.
but yeah, you know, I live to be capable, like to do anything. Like, I've been hit by 4 cars in my life,
I've been hit by 3.
dude.
I've hit one.
Wait, hold on. Hit or
I've hit one.
We're talking about being hit by. Look out for Jose. Also, look out for me, Greg. Because
Wait, you heard that gray Buick, right?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
actually. The one with the dent. That's me. Just kidding.
if you guys are tuning in too, don't be afraid to follow us. You know what I'm saying? And check out the next podcast too. But Hunter,
Did you lose your spot?
hello, San Diego.
Okay.
Afternoon delight.
It's a nature versus nurture.
Yeah. What do you feel?
Nurture.
Okay. You know, yeah, Greg made a good point. You know, I feel like it's a combination of both. At the same time, I feel like your parents have a lot to do about it. It's, you know,
Ooh.
they kind of shape a lot of the way you see the world. So it's
Which
like,
is the nurture aspect.
yeah, so it's kind of like the nurturing. So I feel like a lot of the time it's like,
Wouldn't your parents be the nature aspect? Because it's the genetic combination that.
Damn.
that
Are we
goes-
saying
that-
nature or nurture?
So I think
Nature's
both.
versus
I mean,
nurture.
I think it's
Let's
a
put
nice
both on
combination of both, because
Yeah.
you kind of can't have one without the
May
other.
nurture.
yeah, because yeah. So I mean, I think they're predisposed to something, and you're different a little bit. But like,
Ooh.
then also
Oh, we
they're
got
gonna
some
come
questions?
in and you know I don't know. But I've seen parents like just like not give their kids the opportunity to like humble themselves. And I'm like,
Mm.
ooh,
Yeah.
It's the
like,
parents or the guardian. They
Yeah.
have the mold.
yeah. So
you
they have
know.
the whole.
Set it up, but then again, there are other aspects,
Yeah.
like you were saying, like you watched anime.
Yeah,
and
like
other,
a lot of my
yeah,
teaching didn't
Yeah.
come from my parents. I didn't,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't grow up without mom and
Yeah.
dad, but
That's true.
I will agree that my grandfather has shaped me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I speak a lot because he would lecture me 3 hours a day. You know what I mean? I have different interests and dislikes because of that childhood. You know,
Yeah.
I listen to mega oldies, knowing songs that are 40 years older than me, but I know every word to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Enough
I
so you
get,
can't break the mold.
you can't break the mold
Yeah.
to an extent, but you could always reshape it.
Mhm.
Well, it's crazy because like if you look at two people who come out of the same environment, like for example, two brothers who were born to parents who were having drug issues, and one brother goes on to continue those issues, and one brother moves on and decides he wants to do something positive with himself. So it's two examples of the same situation for two people, like the exact same situation, but one person looks at it a different way.
Yeah.
How do you get away with that if they're both in the same exact situation? Like
Both
some of
control
that
variables.
Yeah.
some of that has to be nature. He has to be born with a different disposition. He has to be born with a different head on his shoulders than his brother who's looking at things and going, well, I'm just going to do the same stuff.
Do you think it's maybe comparison at its finest, where they're comparing each other, those vice versa, and then comparing themselves to their own parents in that situation? Because, you know, like that's what I feel like is like you get that good and that bad, the yin and the yang.
Well, see, to tie it back into confidence, I think one person looks at it and says, I can do better. And one person looks at it and says, well, this is what everybody expects of me. So why would I try to do better?
Everyone's different.
Yeah. Everybody's different. It's a different makeup.
But we all have the same opportunity to make confidence.
Then again, we all have a choice too.
Yeah.
The choices and everything.
So I don't know if you saw this or not.
I did not. My phone died. Please let me know.
Jack Kuzi and Cromwell and Jesse both said they'll follow for 50 push-ups.
Bro, let's go. I'll get it right now. Come on. I'll follow right now. Come on. Give me the camera. Where's my camera? Can you
He'll
see?
do it.
Right there in the corner.
He'll do it.
Let me see what I can do.
All right.
What do we?
Wait, yeah, just turn the camera sideways and we're good.
This way? Right there by the door.
Which way are my sliding?
This way.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Got it. I'm coming.
Okay. I'm going to start off with a little showboating, okay?
Uno.
Oh
man.
Dos.
He's going to burn out too
Tres.
soon. Whoa.
Thank you, Jacuzzi. I'm gonna record this.
I hope somebody's counting. I haven't been.
He's
12.
counting.
Okay.
We are here. We are live.
All right.
Dude, that's
23,
like 100
24.
already.
He's getting it. 25. He's halfway there. And he's not slowing down yet. He just hit the 30. And he's going.
Whoa.
He's going. Oh, he's burning.
Oh, don't burn out.
He's like 34.
Oh, those count.
Okay, yeah, those count.
You
Those
asked
count.
for this.
Those do count. All right. You never said.
Reverse.
He never said one push-up.
We didn't train today. This is what he gets. Ooh, which one are those? I haven't done those.
All right. Come on. Keep going. Keep going.
talking.
Don't
2
stop.
push-ups.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going.
driving.
Keep
There
driving.
you go.
Tricep.
Let me get somebody who's 160 pounds to sit on your back.
I'm
All right.
200.
Now here's the real question, Bobby. Have you been counting?
There we go.
Because he
50.
got
It
it.
is there. There was
He
50.
got it.
All right, Jacuzzi.
Woo!
You better
So,
sub right now.
you guys
God
up-
damn it.
You guys owe him the follow
I'm going to take my
now.
shirt off.
Now
normally.
one backflip.
Legal
No,
contract.
you didn't ask for it. You didn't ask for it.
Don't, you can
They got to redeem hardcore points for that one.
Yeah.
That's a highlight right there.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. for
About
the
your
followers.
sensei.
If I was miscounted, I'll complete it.
You know, you got over. I didn't stop you at 50. Just to be sure. No.
Yeah,
I
just
think you
good.
did 60 at this point. I don't know.
I haven't had to do one of those since the fitness expo.
All right, he came through. He
Interesting.
followed. Jack Kuzi followed.
Nice.
Man of his word. Or woman. Or neither.
I'm breathing heavily.
Both different. Yeah, it's that kind
Turn
of.
my mic off after I have this question.
What was the question again?
All right.
Choice.
You guys
We have
want to?
Let's take this outside. Actually, we'll put the cameras out here. We'll run a lap for everybody.
Honestly, one day maybe we'll do a fitness something.
Came with Jim
we'll
says.
just put the cameras on our GoPros. We're
Why?
talking about choice. 2 different brothers.
Yep.
Cain and Abel. Some of them.
Hold up.
Oh, wait,
Was
wait,
one of
wait.
those down here? Okay. Why are we attracted / put off by confidence of someone else?
There you go. Pass out on me. Don't pass out.
I'm not gonna pass
Why are
out.
we attracted or put off by someone else's confidence?
Yep.
That they radiate
Yep.
and stuff?
I think it all comes back to turtle facts. I don't care how many turtle facts you know. I don't care how
Yeah.
confident you are. That's just weird.
Maybe
No, but it's like what you're doing, what you're confident about, and how does it relate to you as a person versus like, oh, I'm just confident about something that's like just totally weird. Like I can do this weird thing with my finger, guys. You want to see it? Like
Could it be a jealousy thing or self-confidence or self-consciousness?
Well, it's like I get a lot of times where people, and I'm only saying this because I live it.
Mm.
Not just me, but I've seen other people look at somebody and go, man, those guys are so freaking confident, man. Like, he probably just born that way, or something like that. Or, oh, he's probably too confident. That's why he's got all this confidence. Or maybe the vice versa is,
or he's too confident and he comes off as arrogant.
Yeah.
See, I think some of it might be like an actual leftover survival technique from like just an animal survival technique where, like when you watch like nature shows, the lion's not like slinking around all shy and bashful and scared. You know what I mean? He just struts. He just walks through the tall grass and like because he knows nothing's gonna bother him. That's confidence. But you know, if you see somebody walking towards you like that, like if you're in the mall and you're walking and there's a dude walking straight towards you, are you going to sidestep or are you going to shoulder check him? Do you have the confidence to...
I shoulder check every time.
I don't care who it is. Sit down, Grandma.
Yeah.
You're only 12. You can't be challenging me yet.
Right.
I don't even shoulder. I need you.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's a confidence thing. That guy's got the confidence to walk down the middle and confident that you're going to move out of the way. But at a certain point, when it becomes inconvenient to other people, is when it becomes arrogance, and that's when it's too much confidence.
Perfectly said.
But how much of that also is like, if you're confident about one, like you said, you're confident about anime.
Yeah.
Okay, I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
But if I were to act like I was confident about it and then laying out a bunch of bad information, like false confidence,
Come on now.
you know what I mean? Yeah, you see what I mean? Like that rubs you the wrong way too. So I think Hunter's right when he said it's a case by case basis where it's about what you're confident about and when you're confident about it. Because like, I mean, if I'm sitting in a funeral and some guy's like, yo, I could name every person on the Houston Astros starting lineup from 1987. Who gives a shit, bro? Not right now. Maybe on Jeopardy.
Yeah, put that man on Jeopardy.
But not right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's a time and place for certain confidence, and there's a level that it should go to and maybe not exceed, like a line in the sand.
Ooh, like a boundary line.
Yeah.
Which is always good. The boundaries are always great if it's held the right way. What about someone who, let's say vice versa, say that guy who was walking through the mall, shoulder check someone. Secretly down, he's not very confident. He's just been trying to work on his confidence much. He's just been he's just trying to work on it, and he's doing things that he thinks make a confidence person. So he's like, or for example, like someone who's learning a new skill, who's just trying their best to learn it, finally got the knowledge, now they're confident. And then a person who's just getting into that field sees it and now has that negative connotation or negative thought process on that person, saying, "Oh, that person's overconfident."
Well, so I think those are two different ideas, though. Like one person trying to make themselves appear more confident would be false confidence. That's a person who has really no self-confidence at all, because if they did, they wouldn't need to put on this persona.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like people who are confident and with them, like when you go to a nude beach, the only people who are confident with their bodies are the people that make everybody else uncomfortable with theirs. You know what I mean? Like there's two kinds of people at a nude beach. There's the super ridiculously attractive people that everybody's there to see,
and the big guy in his 40s.
Yeah,
like
and then yeah, exactly. And then
people there to see them.
Yeah, and then there's the people that are there to see them, and you're like, oh well.
This isn't Pismo.
Oops.
I thought we were at Avila Beach.
I'm just here for the.
Timmy, get back in the car. I'll be there in 2 hours.
But I mean, like you get the people who are overly confident for no good reason, and then you get people who are faking confidence because they have no self-worth. They're unaware of their own self. Like you know, if they were actually confident, they wouldn't be trying to put on this mask and be like, yeah, I can just walk through the mall and shoulder check people. They'd be confident enough to know that me stepping to the side a little bit and letting this person walk by is not a challenge of my manhood. It's not a slight to me. It's not somebody dishonoring me. It's not somebody, making fun of me or whatever if I step to the side.
Yeah.
Like that's
Then again, who would want to shoulder check someone nowadays? Come on.
Right. Yeah. You shouldn't even be within 6 feet of anybody.
Yeah. He's like, run after somebody to shoulder check.
It's a social bubble check. Hey, you check my bubble, dude.
Dude, don't check my bubble like that, bro. It can pop.
No, I think that applies to the other situations as well. Like when you're trying to like kind of beat someone down because of their confidence. You know, it's like how much lack of confidence do you have to even like care about how confident someone is about something?
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
And
I like that.
yeah, so I feel like that's even though they're two very different situations, I feel like they kind of relate.
Well, I was just trying to say that just because, going through high school is just like I had no inner confidence, but I always made sure everybody and their mother knew I was confident.
Interesting.
I'd talk louder. I would stand up higher. I'd be constantly flexing, like just stuff like that, like just not to like. So I didn't have much muscle definition. Don't get me wrong. No, I was not. I wasn't. I'm not even there yet. But I'm just saying I was skinny. You know what I mean? But I still was trying to flex muscles so I'd feel stronger. And I was like at the lowest of low. I was contemplating.
But
Like,
but is it for you?
it was for me.
It's not for anybody else. It's
No.
not because your girl likes
a
the
good
way.
question.
No, it was for
because
me.
if you're doing it for you, then it's confidence.
Okay.
If you're doing it for somebody else, then it's shallow.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're doing it for you, like if I get up every morning, I look like shit right now. I know I do.
Nah, man.
But like,
you look sexy. What?
no, one day 2 weeks ago, like I got up, I actually put on a pair of jeans instead of a pair of sweatpants, and I just threw a button-down shirt on. I didn't tuck it in. I didn't even button it all the way. But my wife was like, "You look cute."
Aw.
Fucking rode that shit for 2 weeks.
There-
I've only worn
Yes.
jeans and button-downs. Like,
Let's go.
you know what I'm saying? Like but I'm doing it for me because it made me feel good when she said, "Hey, you look cute." Cool, great,
Yeah.
thank you. That makes me feel good. So I'm doing it for me. But if I was doing it just to keep hearing her say that,
Ah.
then it's different. It's not confidence. That's me. That's kind of desperate.
Ah.
I mean, I can see that, but it's so easy to like want people to see you in a positive way,
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
big phrase out there like "fake it till you make it."
Yeah.
That's the hugest phrase I've heard since I was a child. So when you learn that and then you think, okay, well, I'm not confident. I don't even want to live. So how do I make sure I don't bring anyone else down? And also, how do I make sure that I know that I can make it through this? So I'm just gonna fake it till I make it. Saying the word "stay positive" over my head thousands of times, sooner or later, built with the help of anime, built my confidence. You know what I mean? And then friends came into the play and stuff like that. But there was this constant battle and conflict with myself about being confident versus not feeling confident.
Yeah, I mean that's real.
real.
It's real deal. Sometimes you do have to fake it till you make it. Sometimes you just find that motivation when you're not even looking for it. Sometimes it just sneaks up on you. Like I said, I mean, I moved back here in August and I've been wearing gym shorts or sweats every day. The one day I decided to dress up, my wife said something nice, and I was like, "Oh, like okay,
Okay.
It's
I'm gonna dust these babies off.
It's like exactly. It's like when the dog does something good and it gets a treat. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that because I like the endorphins that I got from the end of it. There's a reason. There's a motivation behind it. So
Dang. Oh. All right, let's take one moment before we ask the last question here, because we're gonna go on to personal stories, guys, that come from each and every one of us. Just a short story about how we dealt with confidence in our life. You've heard a lot from me, so I'm gonna let them take the road mostly on that. I'll add something at the end because I have a weird knack of putting old stories into everything I talk about. But before we do the next question, does anybody in the chat have there's something to say about confidence themselves? Like, how do you guys deal with your confidence? How do you build your guys' confidence? Are you confident or are you cocky? You know what I mean? Like, answer some questions, Greg.
well, and what's the fine line between like confidence and swagger and stuff like that, and arrogance?
I think you said it perfectly. You know what I mean? When it starts disrupting and hurting someone else.
As soon as it starts encroaching on someone else.
Yes. Yeah. Because but then again, I will give you this: some people with lack of confidence, everything will do that.
Right.
You can open a door a certain way, and they're like, "Man, they opened that door. It's so freaking good. I wish I could open that door."
I mean, yeah, but that at a certain point, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I would say the line is when you're actively trying to bring someone else down.
Okay.
Like, if we go to a skate park, I'm not good at skateboarding. I'm not. Like, I've never been able to kickflip. I can never land one. I just don't have the ankles for it. But if you were out there and you landed a dope kickflip, I'd be hyped. I'd clap for you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out and try one. It's gonna make me want to, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out and try one because I know that's just not gonna end.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, skateboarding, at least, like, that's kind of like a taboo. Like, if you see someone trying a trick for like 20 times, you don't go up there and do the trick.
Right.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
See, and then there's that where
'Cause your
somebody
confidence should know that you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's somebody you don't need to dump on someone else to make yourself feel
Boom.
good. You don't need to climb on someone else's shoulders to raise yourself up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you
but-
skate?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You ever tried tech decks?
I got one up there on the shelf, dude. I got a bunch of toys up on the shelf. Yeah.
That's like that right
Team
there.
Tech Deck.
Last
line.
week or the week before, Jesse came in and he goes, "Here, I built you a complete for Christmas," and threw me a tech deck.
That's dope. Dang it, Jesse. I know what I
out
want
to
for Christmas,
Jesse.
though.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So, but no, I think it's when it starts piling onto someone else. Like if you're intentionally piling onto someone else. Now, if you're a good skateboarder and you're out there and we're at the skate park and you're
Headsets in.
and you're just shredding on your own, just doing your thing, and it's making me feel bad about myself because you're good and I'm out there and I'm not. Like that's on me.
That's on you.
Yeah, that's a personal thing
Yep.
for me. That would be on me to have to walk up to you and be like, "Hey man, how do you do that? Why can't I do the things that you do? What am I doing wrong?"
Yeah.
That requires enough confidence in me to know that I can get it.
Takes
to walk up to
accountability,
you,
too.
to walk up to you and say, "Hey, show me how to do this," and I can do it.
Yeah.
I can't. That's why I don't skate anymore.
And that's the thing.
Like,
That's why I switched to tech decks.
exactly. I can shred across my math book, but I could never do it on an actual stair set.
Huh.
Dude, that's beautifully said. I love
Yeah.
that. So, well, what is the chat saying about
Actually, the last thing in the chat was do a handstand for a follow.
All right.
From
Do a handstand.
Amity Stamina.
Amity Stamina, you want to press handstand?
They also said hi, Jose.
I don't know.
And Riala Boy 1212 said, "What's up, boys?"
What's up, dude? How you doing? All right, okay, for the handstand, you better follow me because I'm gonna do it right now. And you know what? You know, if I do it well, follow these guys too.
I'll
There you
just
go.
Scoot over here. Here we go. Just a handstand.
Just a handstand.
No handstand push-ups?
No. Just.
You already did 50-ish
Can they see me?
push-ups. Yeah, they can see you. Oh, look at the
There we
control.
go. Good
To the
Look
control.
at the control.
Don't fart.
The core strength.
He's coming back down.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
There we go.
Hey, what a
There we
dismount.
go. That's your workout.
No,
for
I
today.
know they already followed, but I wasn't gonna let him get away with it.
There we go.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Watch, I'm gonna get a bunch of people just saying, "Hey, do this, do
Yeah,
that."
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'd rather get the store up right now. I
I
got
mean,
the
You
Game
set
on
precedent.
I know.
That's what you did.
There you
Big
go.
thing now on
if you didn't
Twitch.
follow, that would have been bad. We would have been like, had to send you guys out. All right, go check all the streamers. Find this guy. Send him back. Bring him back.
So if you've already followed it, and you gotta follow these guys. Look at their Instagram; it's up there. And hella Greg on his Twitch.
Yeah.
If I had my chat up, I'd shout him out right now. But you know, it is what it is. Okay. so,
Cool.
Yeah, so go ahead. That was I was gonna say if you want to ask chat to talk about their confidence,
I would love that. Actually, I would love that.
go ahead, tell them what you want.
Hey, chat. Hi. Parkour being PAK Bobby's got Steve Roberts, and yes, I've recited that millions of times.
Nice.
How do you get your confidence? Tell me how you get your confidence.
What gives you confidence?
Ooh, what gives you confidence? What do you got? Something to ask him? Ask the chat something, dude.
So, what'd you guys eat for breakfast today,
Oh, okay.
or evening, or dinner? But where do you get your confidence from?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes, well, obviously, I think about like stuff like I said in the beginning, the family, the memories, but oftentimes, like, I know some people get disheartened. Like we were talking earlier, if you see someone that's like just radiating that confidence, and it's like, I sometimes.
I was gonna ask you
feed
what
off of that. I'm
what
that-
drags your confidence down though. Like we
Ooh,
talked
what
we talked
drags it
about
down?
we talked about like what gives you confidence. Like you got your family support system and stuff like that. What drags your confidence down though? Like what's the Achilles heel for your confidence?
Oh,
You're gonna have to get back to me on that.
he needs time.
Damn.
Hunter, on the spot.
I don't know. I gotta think about that.
What's chat saying? What's chat saying?
Nothing yet, but
Hunter.
I mean, geez, vampires.
Oh shit.
No.
Well, Little Vampire was dope, bro.
No, I think probably what for me personally, what drives my confidence down is like just getting like kind of in that procrastinating kind of state of mind, you
Ooh.
know. And then it's like at some point I forget why I'm procrastinating. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just not as good at this. But it's like, no, I stopped doing it because I want to do something else. But like getting off task and like taking time away from something, I'd be like, can I still come back and just start it up again? Like, You know, but I'm that kind of person where I like to take a break from something. You know, I
Mhm.
like to walk away and come back, even for like a long period of time sometimes. And so then, you know, it's just like, do I still have the motivation to get back into it, even though like right now it's like a tough time?
Mhm.
So
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know how that goes. Sometimes, you know, you step away from a project to take a breath and come back to it and you're like, man, what was I even thinking?
yeah,
And then
Ooh.
I do that a lot. I think-
sometimes you feel way different.
I think you were actually right on the money though when you said vampires. Seriously, have you heard of psychic vampires?
No,
Oh,
no,
geez.
lay it on us, dude.
Psychic vampires, they're people that mentally drain the people around them. Like, have you ever met somebody
Oh,
who
like a succubus in a sense.
like all they do is complain?
Oh, yeah,
Like, we're-
victimizers.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this
like
what
they-
we do in the shadows reference? Because
They
there's a
just-
vampire like that. in
They,
the show.
all they do is complain. Like somebody's like, "Yo, dude, this like." You're like, yo, you want to go get a burrito? And they're like, oh man, I fucking hate burritos. You're like, okay,
Oh.
cool, we'll go get a burger. Dude, I'm not even hungry. Let's just stay here. Okay, what do you want to do? Let's watch a movie. All right, what do you want to watch? I don't even care.
Bro.
Okay, cool. Let's watch The
oh.
Big Lebowski. I've seen it 50 times.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
you know what I mean? Those are they're psychic vampires because all they're doing is just kind of draining your life force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that right there,
Damn.
it gives me less confidence in the people that do that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody's just bummed all the time, it gives me less confidence in. It makes me want to help them because like I feel bad. Nobody should be bummed all the time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know,
You can only help so many people before they can have to help themselves, though.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so like I want to help them, but at the same time, it's important for them to have their own confidence. I can't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I think self-confidence is
You could try
just
years
as
and years.
important as getting it from somewhere else.
Yeah. Dang, I think what drains my confidence, it would have to be just a really bad anime. No, I'm joking.
How many seasons?
Come on, this filler.
One Piece.
Oh yeah. Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh. Oh gosh.
Let's not get into that.
But no, what really drags my confidence down is hearing the lack of confidence in others. That's because it's like, and it's not about dragging mine down. It's more the fact is like, it makes me want to hold mine back in a sense because I don't want to infringe on somebody else or make someone else feel bad. But I go through that conflict of wanting to help them too. But you can only come so positively and confident to somebody before they close that door if they're really stuck in a bad situation or bad mental mindset. You know, I have conversations with countless people, even my clients, who are just looking for that confidence, and trying to put it in my own history is not always the key. Trying to find their perspective is the hard part, but also I think the way that it's been helping. But it's hearing it so much, or just like even the fact that Jesse was Cromwell, Jesse was, and Greg were doing a serial killer podcast. For him, hearing about this evilness broke him down sooner or later. But so hearing of lack of confidence from everybody else sometimes breaks me down, and I have to do a little revamp of myself because I am an adaptive person. I am a very be like water guy, so that my environment really affects me. So I'll start getting that bad, sucky vampire vibe, and I'm like, man, like, oh gosh, okay, well, I don't need to go do anything. I don't need to do that handstand or this like that. You know what I mean? Like, I just need to let them deal with it, and maybe I can help in some way or form. But also, damn, the next thing I do, if I don't do it spectacular in my head, even though my spectacular is like low, so I can always feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that it kind of like disrupts my wave. You know what I mean? So because no one, and I think this is the reason why I'm making these podcasts. No one's going to affect my mindset anymore. I've been through the trenches. I've been through the rock bottom. I've been around people, but no one's going to destroy it. No one's going to take it away completely. But some people may disrupt it a little bit. So I think that's my downfall right now. But I want to show people that you can make that confidence so strong. And like we're talking about right now, you can reinforce that confidence. But in a weak moment, on the spot, are you going to let it disrupt it?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to remind yourself it wasn't a bad day. It was just a bad 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
Yeah, like
you know what I
5
mean?
minutes or
Like,
something like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Like,
Like,
you gotta try and keep things in perspective, and perspective helps a lot.
if people would do that alone, we would solve so many problems in the world. Even racism. Okay, call me the N-word. You got me. That lasted 5.5 milliseconds. You know what I mean? Like, I need to move on. There's something going on in your life, dude. The way you were raised, the way you were nurtured, the way you feel.
Yeah.
So it's not me. You know what I mean? Will I get mad if it's like thrown, like sideswipe me from like over here? I'm like, what the? Oh, heck. But if I have time to think, I'm like, you know what? All right, bro.
Well, I was gonna say that's something, that specific example is something that's really reactionary. It makes it incites a specific reaction out of somebody, and it's supposed to. That's the whole purpose of it, is to make you feel some type of way. But
I think bigger picture, how you said it earlier, was like such a key point to that. You know what I mean? The bigger picture is like,
yeah, but you also like, I mean, you're gonna react, you're gonna feel something when somebody says something like that to you, but at the same time, you also gotta like step back and be like, well, why did they say it?
Yeah.
Like, what was the driving factor behind it? Are they just flat out ignorant?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're stupid. But what was that? I don't think it was Buddha that said it, but maybe it was. Being angry is like carrying a hot stone. It only affects the person carrying it.
Damn.
Like, you can't.
Clip that.
Yeah, I can
quote that. Can we quote that?
I could be big mad all day long, but it's not going to affect your day.
Nah.
Yeah.
Or yours. Like,
Nah.
it's nobody. I'm the only one that's got to carry the hot stone.
Yeah.
So
Bro, that's
That was a dope
priceless.
quote.
That was priceless, bro. That's.
I'm sure I butchered that. I'm sure, like,
I don't care. The way you
Buddha
said it.
did not say that.
Yeah,
that's wicked.
Buddha had nothing on it.
Buddha smashed it. He was way better with it than I was. But.
but that's amazing.
Take a hot stone, put it in a bath, and have a nice hot bath.
Yeah, for real. Oh man. So what's the chat saying now?
The largest turtle weighs over 1,000.
Welcome to Turtle Facts.
Yeah. I think I found my weakness, actually.
Okay, let's hear it.
Could be a couple things, actually.
Let's
Could be
hear it.
wrong. Who knows? I think one thing for sure that I have is it's going to be a little bit of yours, because procrastination is, for sure the Achilles heel. I'll have a plan. I won't write it down. I'll put it in my mind because I think it's secure there. Yeah, 'cause it doesn't go out, but somehow I lose the files up there.
I know the exact.
That's why I have three planners.
I'm gonna put this somewhere safe where I'll never forget it.
And it's gone. And I'll just forget about it, and I'll realize, oh shit, I had to make that video, or I had to do something today. Oh, I forgot to go do the laundry, and it'll get to me. It'll eat me up. And then stuff like that, like, or even like nowadays, I'm trying to like really trying my best to not be on my phone so much, because I just get glued to it.
Well, it's hard because your brand, your business is on your
That's
phone.
I usually just try and like couple scrolls. That's it. But like, there's moments where I'm like, oh, I got nothing to do. I don't have much planned because I don't think I have anything planned. But then I'm just glued.
Got time to do this, but
And-
maybe I'm forgetting
So-
something.
And
Yeah.
I realize like 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I could have done something more productive than
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But
And
then
it just eats me
again,
away.
it's about changing that narrative too. It's
Mhm.
like, well, making sure it's correct with narrative. But like, let's say you're on Twitch, say you're on TikTok, and you're
Sure.
commenting, you're liking, you're interacting with the community.
Mm-hmm.
More so Twitch, because TikTok you get lost in comments, but
Yeah.
in Twitch, to be I think a big streamer, you have to know your community. You know what I mean? You have to interact with the community.
Mhm.
Like countless amount of these people, I'm gonna go and look at their profiles afterwards, so I can see who they are, and if they're awesome, I'll give them a follow back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what makes a tight and niche network, which in turn helps your business and your brand, which is productive.
Yeah.
So, is what you're doing really productive, or is it really not? Like if you're just looking,
I'm like, no.
okay, then if you know that, that's good. If you're just looking at weird collectibles for like hours, you know what I mean? Okay. Or you're hearing some kid going, "Ah," like it's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah, but if that's what it takes to de-stress you, then it is productive.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right though. Yeah,
That-
if it
you
is
know,
your
that is
recovery,
also
Like,
thing to,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's the ice bath after the long game that is
True.
the day.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like you said, you were spending too much time on it.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, so you know.
that's good for you to recognize that, hey man,
Finding
like
a
this
balance.
is this this is
Yeah.
becoming an issue.
Then again, I also think too much. That's my problem too, because I'll always say
Overthinker.
like, I could have done this, I could have done that.
what's
Or
already happened.
Before I start conversation, I'm already like, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's gonna come out weird. And then when I start talking, I just start like stuttering the hardest. It's the worst. I'm like, no, my brain's just going too fast. Actually, I'm too good for that. No, I just think too much as well.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
definitely bad habits can be super
Yeah.
bad. But one thing, I got like this phone app recently. Like you can limit the time you spend on apps, and it'll like lock the app. And you have to go into the app and like
That'll kill me.
unblock it.
Oh,
Like,
I'd be
no.
done with like it would lock my Reddit app by 9 a.m.
bro, hell no.
So how did you spend this much time already?
My phone tells me that all the time. Like, gives you that hourly. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
screen
yeah.
time.
That doesn't do
Oh.
shit. I'm sorry, but
It makes me feel bad. I'm
yeah,
like,
it just
come
shames
on.
you. It's like you're a bad person.
I think I was researching, dude. Like, get off me, dude.
I'm gonna say you were reading because you were on articles, but I know you
Yeah.
got those articles from Reddit, and I know it's fanfic. So
Are you more man or machine at this point?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
12 hours a day. What are you doing?
I know.
It's for research.
Not to be rude to anybody, but I deal with a lot of boomers who are like, "You're not gonna do anything with that phone. Get off of it. Get into the real world." I'm like, "Sorry, dude. The real world's half this now."
yeah, this is
Yeah.
the real world.
Yeah. And honestly, it's a little bit more connected and more real than the world that they're giving us. You know what I mean?
It's I would say it's more real. Definitely not more connected.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, here sitting in this room, there's a certain expectation. You know what I mean? Like, this is the first time I've ever met you two, so like, there's an expectation of you guys when you come in here that I'm not gonna be just a raging asshole. You know what I mean? You guys, because you know what I mean? Like you're a guest here, and there's an expectation for me to treat you a certain way, and there's an expectation for me for you guys to act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But like on the internet,
Keyboard courage.
keyboard courage, it's the anonymity.
Doesn't exist.
I can call myself what was it, Skank Hunt 42, and
What
just
nine, dude?
was that South Park?
Yeah,
Kyle's
dude.
dad?
Kyle's dad, dude. Oh my god.
You know,
I
and
love
then
those episodes.
and then just talk a bunch of shit.
Troll it.
Because who am I?
Yeah.
I'm a guy with the number 69 in his name. Who's gonna
No.
listen
And a
to
very
me?
particular IP
Yeah.
address.
Yeah.
Just like a guy driving down the street,
got
just
him.
yelling something at you and driving the hell off.
Bro, I've had people throw things at me when they're driving.
That's
Threw
the
a
worst.
newspaper at me one time.
Someone threw a water bottle dip spit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rough.
Hit me right in the forehead. Luckily, he was not smart and he kept the cap on.
Nice.
I think he might have felt a little bad. He was like, I'm going to hit this
I'm
kid
gonna hit him.
skating, but I'm not going to ruin his day.
I don't want him to have to do laundry. I just want to give him a concussion.
There you go. Dang, yeah. Overthinkers. I mean, that's...
I'm literally the thinker, yeah. One of
Bro,
those. I'm
there
doing
you-
the pose right now for the
I-
chat.
It
Audio listeners.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. This might be on Spotify one day, so hopefully everything goes good. You know what? This is the beginning archives of it, so deal with it. Yeah, dude. Damn. All right. Well, I think the general talk is nice and done. I think we're going to go into our next segment here. But before we do that, let's watch one more motivational video, 3-minute video. Just a nice little break time, but
Yeah.
so we can, give it like a 5-minute motivational video. Anyone's great. Let's go on overthinking. Go.
Why are you
I Am Legend? Is that I Am
Will
Legend?
Smith crying hard right now.
Oh
in front
no,
of me.
go overthinking.
When things are too
Overthinking?
hard.
Yeah,
That is a very
He looks just like John Wick when his dog died.
yeah.
dude. Oh, bro,
Killed
dude.
my dog.
Imagine all. That was a good Keanu Reeves.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
What does it take to make the world?
All right, guys. We'll be talking in a little bit. Please watch this. We'll be watching it too, and hopefully you get some motivation.
There you go.
Magician once claimed that he could break out of any jail cell in the world. All he had to do was walk into that jail cell with his street clothes on. "I'll be out of there in 1 hour, no problem," he said. Well, a very old jail down south heard about Houdini's claims, and they accepted his challenge. On the day of the event, many people gathered outside. Very confidently, Houdini walked right into the jail and into the cell, and they shut the metal doors. behind him. The first thing Houdini did was he took off his coat. Then, very strangely, he took off his belt. Secretly hidden in Houdini's belt was a 10-inch piece of steel, very tough and very flexible, and Houdini started working. In about 30 minutes, that confident expression Houdini had when he walked in disappeared. In 1 hour, he was bathed in sweat. And at the end of 2 hours, Houdini, in defeat, collapsed against the door, which then opened. It opened because, you see, that door had never been locked. But that's not entirely true, is it? That door was locked. It was firmly and thoroughly locked in Houdini's mind, which meant it was locked as if the best locksmith in the world had put his lock on it. The mind is powerful. How many doors in your life do you think are locked but aren't? How many times have you been stuck in the mental prison of overthinking something that really had a simple solution? There is an ancient African proverb that says, when there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. Your mind is the most powerful force you will ever face. It will tell you lies. It will tell you you can't do that. You're not meant for that. You're not good enough for that. You can't go on anymore. You don't have the energy. You must thank it for its opinion and carry on. Because like Houdini showed us, the only locked doors that exist are in your own mind. The doors in reality are open. And all you have to do is walk through.
Damn.
Yeah, but he also died from getting punched in the stomach, so.
Damn it, he beat me too.
Oh, dang.
So did he get out, or was it mentally he got out though? That's all that matters.
Oh my gosh.
The guard's like,
punch
all right,
the
do you
gut.
give up now? Or he's like, all right.
Wow, that was a good one.
That was a good video.
That was a good video. We're gonna be going into our next segment here, dealing with personalized stories about confidence, about our topic here. Topic or topic? I think we'll go topic. Topic sounds delicious though. Sounds like a type of toffee. You know? And whoever wants to start first, just say I, and we'll go from there.
One more time, what was the topic?
How confidence. How you dealt with confidence in your own life? Just pick one story or one segment of your life. One segment of your life that deals with confidence.
I think, if I'm being honest, confidence, like self-confidence, is like a gun. You shouldn't really tell anybody you have it. Just carry it quietly.
Oh,
because it's powerful.
Oof.
But like at the same time, like there's no reason you can't give confidence to other people. Like I told you before the show started, like sometimes I'll be out places with my wife and she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, her outfit's cute," and I'm like, "Well, fucking go tell her," because
yeah,
because that feels good for her to hear that, and then not only does she feel good hearing that, you feel good providing that information. Like who doesn't like to give good news?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like if somebody's like, "Yo, this guy won the lottery and that guy over there, his dad died. So I need one person to go tell that guy he won the lottery and one person to go tell that guy his dad died." Which one of those two do you want to be? You want to be the guy that goes, "Hey, good news."
Yeah.
You don't want to. You don't want to be the guy that's
though.
like, "Hey, everybody who has a dad, take a step forward."
But
oh, not so fast.
You
You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. And so I think confidence is dangerous.
I honestly would take that gig
Because you want to do that now?
because I just want to you know what I mean? Like, I can confidently tell you that your dad's dead.
I'm 100% certain because I'm not a doctor and even I know he's dead.
Yeah. I checked his pulse. Nothing.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of research on vampires, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry he's not coming back. We waited the 10 minutes after death. It's not back. Anybody else want to go for it? I told everybody I was going to go last.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh, and by the way, guys who are in the chat, if you have a question for anybody's story or you want to ask a deeper question about it, feel free. But it's their choice to tell you.
I think I have two. Depends.
Okay, cool.
One's a college story. I took a class. It was like a makeup class where we had to like make a design of something and show it to the teacher, professor. And I don't know why. I guess this just was a me thing because I didn't really have confidence in myself with my designs that I would show her, because she would like check it like weekly, and like before she would get there, or she gets there and she starts like analyzing it, and I'm just already telling her, I'm like, I know it looks like this, it looks like that, it looks pretty bad. And I would tell her that like almost every time she'd come by. And like I don't know, one of the recent time, it was like, I think it was like maybe the last week of, it was like finals. And I told her that again. And then she was like, you know what? Just cut the shit. Like, own it. Like, if it looks bad, it looks bad. Just do better next time. All right?
Ooh.
And I was like, so like, I was like, you know what? You're right. All right, fuck it. Yeah, like, it looks bad. But you know what? I'm going to do better next time for the final. Fuck
That
it.
is some pretty solid advice.
That
like,
is.
Like,
Yeah.
hit me hard. I was
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh.
Once you can look your demons in the face, how scary can they really be?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's probably going to be like, oh, no, it's fine. Looks fine. No, she was like, yeah, sure. It does look like crap. But, like, you can do better. This is
You
for
Houdini
yourself.
locked yourself
Yeah.
in, dude.
Yeah. And well, the thing
Yeah.
is, too, is now when you tell somebody that, you've already installed a thought process in their head. So every time they're hearing that, she's like, well, okay, then I'm expecting a crappy picture or art next time, or, a design. But if you kept saying, you know what, I'm working on this, but I think, but it's getting good.
Yeah.
She would be like, you know what, it's not that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in turn, in a different timeline, she could have said that.
Yeah.
But you kept saying that it was bad. So she expects your stuff to be bad.
Yeah. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
life-changing
But I
professor.
like that. I like
She
that.
was a cool professor, though. She did a lot of costume designing for Conan O'Brien for his late show.
Oh.
They do this weird segment where they bring out mascots. Yeah,
What?
she did all
That's
that.
that's some furry stuff.
I used to love when he would do in the year 2000. Do you guys remember that?
How old was
Are you old enough for that?
I'm
It's
27.
96 baby,
Okay,
so I
I'm
don't
No,
know.
93.
no. I mean, the skit was called In the Year 2000, and they would like, I don't know, they would put on these like dumb space suits and hold flashlights under their face. And be
Oh,
like,
God.
"In the year
I gotta look that
Oh,
up.
no.
I think that sounds familiar.
Honestly, I think I found
Yeah.
out about Conan, right?
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, I found out about him like literally 2018.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, he wrote the monorail episode of The Simpsons.
No way.
He was a Simpsons
Oh,
writer for a long
yeah.
time.
And a lot of SNL, too, I think. back then,
I
long
think he
ago.
did some SNL.
Oh, I feel like an uncultured
Look
swine.
at that
Yeah.
episode.
It's okay, you know
Conan
now.
O'Brien's
Turn the
awesome.
person.
Andy
Yeah.
Richter's awesome too.
I was wondering why some people loved him so much. I'm like, what is
He's a
this?
funny dude.
The Cone
Yeah.
Zone.
I do like Conan when he goes like on trips with people,
Yeah.
like that one he took with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube.
Mm.
It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
He's so awkward though. Like,
I think that's what makes him
That's
funny
just his
though.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
that's his. That's
He
his
knows it's awkward.
Yeah.
He's confident.
he's
ooh. What? Yeah, you said another one.
Yeah. This one's more personal, I guess. I guess it
Get
was
it.
just
I
like a
want it
thing of
personal.
like,
Let's open up those wounds. Come on.
Come on, man. This is what this is what it's about. This is what this is
well,
about.
It's just like a thing like in I think like middle school and high school. I was like, I was bullied, and it's one of those bullies where like you're fat, like like no one fucking likes you, kind of deal.
Ah.
And that shit, it like hit me hard.
toxic.
And like I wouldn't tell my family, kind of spiel, but like what I would turn to always was comic books, and like the main comic book was like Spider-Man.
Ooh.
And like reading like that kind of like origin of where he came from was like always like
Bullied.
I'm not alone. Like there's someone here that I relate to. Oh, and it was like something like, yeah, like the whole motto of like great power comes great responsibility, and like you can walk confidently around them and stuff like that. It like
With the mask on though.
Well,
Whoa,
I mean,
listen.
you can take if you want to take it outside the comic book realm, but stay in the same vein. Teddy Roosevelt, speak softly but carry a big stick.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? You don't have to tell everybody that you're the baddest dude out there. Just walk it.
Oof.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk the talk if you walk the walk. Like, be confident, but being confident doesn't mean telling everybody how confident you are.
True.
It means.
I
just
mean, I
being
didn't go
confident.
around telling people like, hey, whoa.
Right. Hey. Hey.
But I mean,
No,
but
like-
it's,
Hey,
just-
you.
it's the same
Like,
thing with great power comes
confidence.
great responsibility. Like
Yeah.
you gotta check yourself if you're gonna be this badass dude with superpowers.
Yeah.
True.
You have an obligation to not
Or
fucking hurt people
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
or this badass dude with enough reach
Yeah.
that is a superpower in a sense.
Yeah.
With your following and your words and your Instagram and all that stuff, you have enough reach to change a small city.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? So put that into perspective. You can now honestly model a branch source, and this can lead to our future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is a superpower, the influence that you have.
Yeah. If anything, it just helped me keep going. It was nothing of like, I'm going to use this against against this guy. Sure, I hated him, but like, I was never going to really, it never going to affect me of like, fuck, I can't, not another day. in
Or
high
bring
school.
a AK-47 to school.
Yeah.
Gotta watch
But
out.
it never gets to that point. But like,
Good.
it would never affect me knowing that, that guy's in school. I'm not gonna go to class today. I'm still gonna go to class. I don't give a damn if he's here.
There
or
we
not,
go.
you
That's
know?
confidence. Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that would keep me going.
Oof.
Still.
All right, Hunter, what you got?
All right, so mine. That was a really good story. Just have to say
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
So,
Namaste.
Don't be
Namaste.
afraid, Chad. Ask us.
yeah, this one's a little different. So I'm a musician. I've always played music, and like, I started off in school and stuff. And I like that I chose music. It didn't, my parents didn't choose it. It didn't choose me. I chose it. So, but like, just playing. I'd build up confidence to like be on a stage or something and play, and then like, and that's and it wasn't really that bad at first because when you're like playing in band, you're up there with like 100 other kids, so it's
Yeah.
like, what do you really have to be afraid of? Even if I mess up the worst note, I'm like, I'm not even in the front.
Yeah. We're all a group here. It's a
Yeah,
team.
that's why choir's dope too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Who didn't make that note.
One of you guys is a little flat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
over-
dude,
It was
for
coming
real.
from around here, but still over there. So.
Yeah.
But it's like once COVID hit, like I'd always been playing music, and I'd always like enjoyed playing and like writing music, but like I would just like play a song and I'd just make a song and I'd just not write it down and let it go. I'd be like, it's a fun practice, and it's really hard to write stuff down, so that messes up the flow sometimes. But like every now and then you'll run into a song, you're like, I really like that song, and I feel like other people would have liked that song too.
Yeah.
I should have written it down. I should have taken that
all
song
the
and
time.
made something out of
Yep,
it. I should have shared it with somebody else. And, it's like, why didn't I do that? And, it came down to a confidence. It's like, well, maybe, I don't think people like my music, So it's, and the funny thing is, I didn't really have some grand realization. I just was busy. I told myself I'm going to compromise like with my dreams and like, just reality, I'm gonna get a job, but I'm gonna still keep pursuing my dreams, you know? And a lot of people do that. Some people still get their dreams.
Got to use the job to finance your dreams.
Exactly.
Ooh, there you
starving
go.
artists gotta eat, and there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. But then like COVID hit, and like I was in school, and then suddenly all the classes are just like, you get an A, just do whatever, we can't do this. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I got all this free time now.
Yeah.
And
you
it just
go.
came to the point where I was like, I don't have the excuses anymore. I
Yeah.
have the freaking time. Like, this is the opportunity. So like I just spent a bunch of time just researching for like weeks and weeks, and just built a computer, built my own little like recording studio,
Nice.
and started making songs,
Yeah,
That's
which are
dope.
great, and you guys will be able to hear that one of his songs. One of my favorite ones. I keep playing on all the streams, but you could pick another one that wait, how many originals do you have? 2?
I have like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one called The Other Side. It's beautiful, guys. We're gonna
Cool.
outro on that after all this stuff, but yeah, stay tuned.
One thing I want to add to that is what you said. Like sometimes I think people can get being humble confused with underconfidence.
Oof. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you said you're not sure if people want to listen to your music. I think that sentiment sticks even with huge celebrities, huge like world-renowned musicians.
True.
You look
Yeah.
at somebody who's been playing in front of literally millions of people their entire life, and you say, wow, you're just a fantastic, amazing guitarist. Oh, well, thank you. I take my influence from,
Yeah.
and they tell you who they get their influence from. That's being humble, but that's not a lack of confidence. You know what I mean? And I think it's important to kind of keep those ideas mutually exclusive, because you don't want to be, it's important to be humble, but it's also important to be confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and part of that is accepting a compliment too. Like because that's
Yeah.
something I had a hard
True.
time with. My wife tells me all the time, just say thank you and shut the fuck up. Like
Yeah.
don't argue with me when I say, hey, that sounds really cool. Just be like, thank you.
Yeah, that's hard though sometimes because
It
you're so
is.
critical of yourself.
Yeah.
It is. It's very hard. So
And I mean, it sucks.
feel you.
Well, I mean, I think our bodies are made to kind of make us like that. Like you can't hear your own pitch unless you hear it back on something. You know what I mean?
is that what I sound
Unless you
like?
close your ears like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, like
and
something, man. You look like a reptilian, dude. So it's like, dude, it's just like, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Like, why is our bodies made to not even hear our true voice? You know what I mean? Or see our true selves right off the get go. You know what I mean? We have to work for it. But in turn, when you work for something and it's hard, that's when the value comes into play. So when you get that, it stays. All right, I'm gonna do my personal story. Is there anybody want to ask questions about their stories, guys? Or we lost all of our interaction?
They're all here. They're not chatting.
They're just captivated.
Yeah, I think everybody's just kind of taking it
good
in. Everybody's
listeners.
watching.
Okay, cool. All right. But please, guys, we would love for you to interact. It would make the podcast 10 times better. Just because we want to be connected. We want to hear you. Okay, so I'm gonna say some stuff about my stuff. Okay, my confidence. I'm gonna pick one of them because I've had a lot of ups and downs with this confidence thing. Even I have done that. But it's got me to where I'm at. I'm gonna talk about skill-based confidence and things that I do that usually have a competition or opposite force trying to get what I'm trying to get. You know what I mean? Or in the sense of there's other people doing the same thing that I'm doing that is brought to light when there's a lot of comparisons through competition. So I'll bring in the fact of skateboarding and calisthenics. Skateboarding and calisthenics is very similar to me in my head because you go through the same building structures. You have to eat it. You have to get strong. You know, you have to hit concrete or bars. You have to get back up, learn how to get back up, learn how to never give up, learn when to tell your body that it's time to be finished. Because I've been skateboarding and doing calisthenics and told myself it had the confidence to keep going, but I went too far. And there was one thing I missed, like drinking enough water, and I'm cramping up completely. I'm literally just like seizing up. Like I'm like I can't.
Was that Zap Brannigan from Futurama when they landed on the planet with all the Amazonian women when they got sentenced to death by Snoo Snoo, and he was like, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy.
It is. It's true.
It's
true.
You gotta know your limitations.
Exactly. So
Too much snoo.
But I love freaking Futurama. Oh my gosh. But you know, that's where, you know, especially becoming a newbie and getting into both of those things, confidence was a big player in it. And I didn't have very much because of the lack of skill that I had or the comparison I made against another person who had all the skill. I had a best friend named Bradley. I still have him. Bradley, you're still my best friend. I love you. If you're watching this, Bradley Elias, amazing, phenomenal skateboarder, could have went pro. You know what I mean? He became AM, but he was my ride and die when we skated. But he was 10 times, 20 times better than I was. And I was still trying to catch up. I was always trying to catch up. Same thing in calisthenics. I have friends named Kyle Corbin and Mark Valeriati, who I constantly am still trying to catch up to. But now my mindset has shifted. And before it was, why am I not good enough? Why do I not put more energy? Why can't I catch the things that they're catching? Why can't I flick the board like that? Why am I been skating longer than both, or in doing calisthenics longer than both these people in different sports, but they're better than me? And that broke me down. That broke me down to my core. It made me feel pressured when they were around. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. Like if I fail in front of them, they're judging me. Even though these are my closest friends. Even strangers. Doing my first competition in both sports, my whole body was rattled because I was like, this is my time to make a mark, and if I don't make a good enough mark, I'll be forever known as the loser. Which is, no one told me that. No one says that. There's not a law that says that.
Yeah.
I put that in my mindset, and it held me back. Damn. The moment I finally said, fuck it, dude.
Mhm.
I'm just doing me.
There you go.
I know my predicaments. My predicaments are not the same as everybody else's.
Yeah.
Not everybody else, let's say, for example, at this time frame, they were just doing calisthenics. They didn't have 3 jobs like I did. They didn't do acrobatic gymnastics. They didn't skateboard on the side. They didn't rock climb on the side. They didn't, all this stuff. Even in skateboarding, they weren't going through the hardships that I thought at the moment that I had to go through, where I had to do home studies here, extra class there to catch up, this and this and that, going to certain places and getting detained and stuff like that for a certain amount of time. These things held me back. But I made my bed, and I had to realize that to get out of it and to look back on the bed and with confidence, I had to make it. So the moment I decided, my mindset shifted completely. And I've been through the ringer. I was skinny, and then I had a lot of skill, but I was super depressed. So skateboarding was a really good plus for me, because I would sit myself off roofs, 10 stairs, 15 stairs. Doesn't matter, because I didn't care about what happened in the result. But then when that started changing, I started getting out of it. I started fearing things, and my fear overweighed my passion, which in turn brought down my confidence. When your fear overweighs your passion, that's when you don't achieve something. When your passion overweighs your fear, that's when you can make it. But all of it stems from the confidence that you have in yourself.
So how do you work at getting confidence back? Like, if you look at, like, you know what the yips are?
I do not. Explain.
Like athletes or whatever, not just athletes, but
Like a slump?
Like a slump where they get inside their own head, like a pitcher throws a wild pitch and just can't reel it in, like can't get him, like he forgot how to throw the ball. You know what I mean? So he's got the yips until he gets himself back, and some people don't recover from the yips and they retire like that. Yeah. And
I think it's a combination. For me personally, it's a combination of 4 things. First thing is the realization that I am at where I'm at right now. Not forever. Second thing is to reinforce myself. For skateboarding, it was, I'm going to go pro someday. You got to go pro someday. You are,
so you're building that confidence.
Yes, I'm building it or stay positive. Stay positive. Yeah. If you want to do this and you really want to do this, then you're going to have to get it one day. So why not today? Third thing is the fact that it's kind of like a calming thing for me. At the end of the day, nobody lives in my mind. Nobody can be there. No matter if I have my girlfriend sleeping with me in the same bed, she cannot be in my dreamscape. She cannot be in my head. She can't be with me. I'm alone at the end of the night. So whatever I do in that day and however I feel, I'm going to have to deal with it. She doesn't have to deal with it. She can help, but she doesn't have to deal with it. So why am I so affected by other people's thoughts and decisions? Because I'm letting them deal with my emotions and my feelings. No one can make you do anything. No one can make you feel a certain way. You have to accept that emotion, and that's what I was doing, and I was blaming it on somebody else. And then I try to redirect that. And last but not least, I laugh. Laughter is my biggest go-to.
Yeah.
If I'm freaking out, if I'm not confident, I laugh, because I'm like, okay, it's all good. It's just a really weird situation right now, but no worries. I'm not taking myself that serious. And I'm not going to let the situation destroy me. So that's the laughter is part of it. It's the ending part of it all. So going through these skill-based, when I was talking about my story, growing and getting better, I realized that I had other things. So the moment I had more time for calisthenics and more time for skateboarding, I put it all in. No matter what happened, no matter if I started off wanting to skate the park by myself, because I was like, I don't want people to see me fail. And then I started realizing, oh, wait, this park, this gym is a training ground. Everyone's going to fail.
People fail too.
Yeah, like, oh, okay. All right. I'm not judging them.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about them. I'm worried about myself. So most likely they're worried about themselves. And if they're worried about me, then either I'm doing something right or I'm just entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when that washed away, I started getting better. And I started telling myself, like I said, not take myself serious. And I started laughing about my fails, posting about my fails. And that made me feel a whole blanket of stress completely just ripped off me. And I was able to do that. So every time I have one of those moments, even at the gym, like, oh, I can't throw this ganger. I can't throw this move. It's really hard. I'm scared of it. I have to take a moment to re-go through all those 4 things. And then at the end of that, I can handle it. Now, it might have taken longer before, and it might have been really hard in the beginning to make those building blocks and stack them up. But now it's like second nature, where I can just blink and I'm like, okay, I remember what's going on. We're good.
It takes you a second, takes you a few deep breaths, but
But
you
it's
can
been 6,
recalibrate.
yeah. But it's been 6 years in calisthenics, 7 years in calisthenics. It's been since 14 since I was really recognized as a skateboarder in Fresno.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Boardroom is the first like shop that said, "Here, take a free deck, dude. We see you trying." You know what I mean? I wasn't on the team. I wasn't flow. They just said, "Hey, we see you're trying. You have a great personality with everybody else."
Here's
JP.
some positive reinforcement.
JP, dude. JP was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally, I will never forget that man because
Skateboard
he,
shop?
honestly, Boardroom Skate Shop, yeah.
Where's that at?
In Herbauer, it's gone
It's
now.
gone
It's
now,
ancient now.
Gotta go to Vans now or what?
Bro, honestly, there's only
Does that
one
take all
skate
of
park.
them?
I mean, skate shop that's legit still, and it's Prodigy. Prodigy's the last one. I'm sorry, Sifu. I don't mess with you guys.
I got fired from Prodigy.
Oh, well, you know what? They weren't cool then.
Like,
The one in Sierra Vista?
yeah, like 12 years ago.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Prodigy went through their own hiccups, so we all knew who Prodigy was back in the day.
I was selling drugs out the back door.
Oh, well, you
Oh, hold on. All right. Well, he had
It wasn't-
confidence,
Yeah, it wasn't their fault.
yeah, that's
It was-
yeah.
but he
my
had
fault.
confidence.
And I didn't get fired. I got unscheduled.
Bad customer service.
Well, I
He's
mean,
like,
that
this
leaves
guy's
more time
selling
for
all
your
these-
other jobs.
Yeah,
Right.
but he's not like selling any. He's not giving any to us for free.
It's
so
great
they're
with
messed-
customer service, but in the back.
Yeah, I
all-
was gonna say I brought tons of people in the store.
But I think when that's what happens. But it takes time and consistency with anything, especially confidence, is majorly the key. You may not be perfect at building your confidence right now, but if you keep trying, you will. You may not be perfect at what you do right now, but you put those hours in, you will. You know what I mean? Not be perfect because no one's perfect, but we work for permanence. You know what I mean? Practice makes permanence, not perfect. And I think people need to
Establish
focus on
good
it.
habits.
Boom. You know what I mean? And keep working at it.
Yeah.
And you're not going to do it. We all have bad habits. Bro, I pick at my freaking face constantly. I hate hair on my face.
Bobby can't be doing that.
I know. And I get
Same.
pimples and stuff like that. Bro,
I poke my nose.
well, I'm not. No one
when no one's
blesses
watching.
you to have a full man beard like that.
It
Like,
took me till I was 30 before I got it. So.
dude, for real?
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I got Tom, homie.
Here's for hoping.
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't grow a beard until I was 30.
Dude, that makes
What
me
do
feel
you
so much
use,
better.
honey, or get the
It's-
bees to give you that
Velcroed
pollination?
on.
It's Velcro.
It's not real.
I could see it.
I grew it in a chichichia freaking plant.
Chichichia.
But you know what I mean? Like, I think people get so wrapped up on, I don't have all that confidence right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, keep trying, and you will.
Yeah.
But he's like, maybe I won't never have it. Well, then try and see if you never will have it. Like, if you think that you're
Doesn't
never,
cost you anything.
it
to
doesn't
try.
cost. Yeah, it doesn't cost you
free.
shit. Like, what are you gonna lose?
Mm.
Yeah.
If you already feel like you lost, then what are you gonna lose if you keep trying?
But is there more to it than just go be confident? Like,
Well, yes, there is.
I was gonna
There's
say
fine.
because it's tough to say
Yeah.
like, hey, just go be confident.
Just do
Like,
it.
be confident. What if I
Find
don't have
your
anything to
way.
be confident about?
Well, keep your
Like,
eyes
what
open.
if I don't like the way I look, and so it makes me feel bad all the time? I feel like I look dumpy all the time. Or what if like I don't have any discernible talents that I can market to get myself a job to make myself feel better?
Well, if you look at our previous podcast, you'll understand about talents. But no, but
You can't answer that right now.
it's a long topic, and I can
Yeah.
branch off to it. But the thing is like that right there. You said it earlier in the stream. Is that, or maybe did you say it off stream? But you're looking for playing slug bug, right? And you're looking for slug bugs. You're gonna find slug bugs.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for confidence, sooner or later you're gonna find ways to make you confident. It's about making yourself confident in your way because we're all different.
So it's a combination of like the passion that you have for something, and then the drive to want to do better, and
And the
then-
passion can be very small as life, breathing.
Well, but I mean, it's you got to find something that you care about,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of devote yourself and your time and your energy to that. And then I guess out the back side of the machine, like you put these ingredients in the front, and out the back side of the machine comes a little confidence pill.
Yeah.
I mean, try to find somebody who like you think is confident and like does what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then, you know, be a monkey and model them at first.
well,
Well,
the
fake it till you make it, but you'll build it up over time. You know, it doesn't have to, you know, no one's ever where they want to be, you know? No, but you know, you look just no matter what, like looking at somebody else and like, oh, they gave like an awesome speech. I wish I was that good at giving speeches. And they get down and like, oh my God, I was so nervous. You're like, what? Because like 90% of like your nervousness and whatever you think is showing is not even showing, you know? A lot of the time.
Well, they say the top 10 people that are closest to you make you, right? So yeah, if you surround yourself with like 10 shitty people who have no confidence,
Damn.
like
Jersey Shore.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, or who are just like overly confident and breaking down other people's confidence, you're gonna get this bad vibe in your life. But if you start, like Hunter said, surround yourself with people who may have that confidence or is working on building that confidence, you still are surrounding yourself with people who are trying to gain. And when you get those gains, then ultimately they'll come to gains. Yeah, dude, gains in every life. Food gains, emotional gains, mental gains,
What's some emotional
podcast gains, freaking hella Greg gains. Doesn't matter as long as it's positive, it's a gain.
Hella gains.
Hella gain.
Hella gains.
Oh,
That'll be your next
dude,
marketing pitch in
or
the Shark
something.
Tank
Like,
episode.
give me a shirt line with that.
Hella gains.
I think
Hella
if I could have a sit down with Mark Cuban, I could get him to spend some money.
For sure.
Because I'm trying to start my own religion, and I think Mark Cuban would want to be on the ground floor of that. Listen, dog, it's more than just a tax shelter.
Oh man. Well, that was our personal stories. Is anybody in the chat willing to ask some questions or understand something like that?
I think they're all, like I said, I think they're all just taking it in.
There's all
Stacked
lurking
in,
it, all
alright.
lurking. Okay, one last thing before we go to our request of our viewers. What do you guys feel about introspective people versus for introspects and shyness? Do you think that that's something that's their like personality trait, or it's something that they just allow themselves to be in without the confidence that they don't have yet?
I think it's the same thing as nature versus nurture. Like the conversation that we had about it's just a different point on the same spectrum that has serial killers and super confident people and all that. It's just another point somewhere else on the spectrum where it's a combination of their chemical makeup and how they look at themselves and how they look at the world around them, in addition to the people around them in their environment who say, hey, look, you can do this or you can't do that. And I think the combination of those two things makes somebody introspective, where they're willing to take some exterior data and apply it to themselves and say, well, is this something that I need? Is this something that's actually important to me? Well, no, not really. So I don't need it. And at the same time, it keeps them from maybe speaking out and drawing attention to themselves, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think that I think it's like people use it as an excuse a lot. Well, I'm just introspective, so I don't have to, build that confidence or that's not for me. And I'm like, bro, like you're introspective because you allowed yourself to become introspective.
Choice.
It's your choice. And there may be a way to get out of it. There is a way to get out of it. You just got to find it.
You did this. I hope you're happy.
It is. It's your accountability. It is
You've
like
done that yourself.
well, Gary Vee is I love the way he speaks because he's like kind of like real as blunt as hell. And other people too have heard. He's like, yeah, it is your fault, but don't think of it as a fault. Think of it as it's your duty to alter or better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Responsibility to yourself.
Responsibility, perfect. It's your responsibility. It's your accountability. So, no one made you introspective. You allowed yourself to be that way.
Yeah, and it's also your consequences too, so you're gonna miss out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Some people
Because
Well, introspection's not a bad
Yeah,
thing.
it's not bad.
Looking within for answers isn't a bad idea.
No.
But
I
Too
mean,
much,
using
too
it as an
much.
excuse.
well, yeah, I was gonna say if you're using it, then that's more of a rationalizing thing that's a character flaw where you're rationalizing away exterior stimuli because you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But that I wouldn't say that's necessarily an introspection. Introspection would be more like taking lessons learned by other people and applying them to yourself You know what I mean?
Okay, that's like wise man stuff right there.
Well, kind of like if you go and you touch a stove and it's hot and it burns you, I can sit over here and be like, well, shit. Do I need to go touch the stove now? No, he just touched it. It's hot. Why would I go touch it?
That would totally be me. I would touch that
You
stuff.
would touch.
Some people do. Some
That's what I
people
was. That's what I mean.
some
That was
people
me.
some
You
people
gotta
find
know, gotta
out
learn the
for
hard way.
themselves.
Yeah.
Because what if that person's gauge of hot is different than your gauge of hot?
Exactly. That's spicy
And
foods too.
Exactly. And that so it's not hot. It's room temperature, but that person's really cold and they touched it and it feels hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say with movies too. Like, oh, this is a bad movie. Don't go see it. I'm like, bro, I loved Shark Tale. Like, bro,
Shark Tank.
We're all a different kind of sponge.
I think you're the first person that ever said Shark Tale was a really good movie.
I liked it.
I've never heard of it.
Welcome
I'm
to
just
the
gonna let you
car
I'm gonna
wash.
let you slide on that one. I do like
I don't
Shark
care, man.
Tale
I have
too.
confidence
friend
that I
pass.
like it.
Yeah, it was like the knockoff Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Who
No.
made it? DreamWorks, right?
Yeah, it was Diet Nemo.
Diet Nemo.
Nemo Light.
Will Smith.
Will
in the
Smith, bro.
ocean.
Anything with Will Smith, I just personally believe is amazing. I'm
That's
sorry.
that's a good argument.
I'm sorry, bro. It's like maybe he's your Nicolas Cage, but he's my
Nicolas
he's my
Cage?
he's my
I love Shark's Tale.
I was gonna say Nicolas Cage
Greatest
is my Nicolas
movie
Cage.
ever.
Yeah, if you watch
Yeah.
all the movies with Nicolas Cage, you're gonna spend your next 3
Yeah.
lifetimes watching his movies.
She might have problems if you like
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. I don't
Ghost
know.
It's like any movie.
Start talking in a weird cadence, just
Yeah.
making everybody uncomfortable.
Declaration of Independence.
like,
We're gonna storm the Capitol and steal the Declaration.
dude, his
Just
voice.
kidding. Didn't go as planned, but I found the Declaration instead. That's what we were saying.
Every time I think of him in
Just close your eyes.
Con Air stepping out of the.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
dude. Oh,
step away from the teddy bear.
honestly, my Nicolas Cage is the next Nicolas Cage.
Which one?
His movie Next,
Is it called Next?
where he saw like 4 different or 100 different outcomes.
He's like foresees the future.
Yeah, and he can like
And
see
it
many
ends
different.
bad.
Bro, I'm
Do you
just
know he's doing a series on Netflix right now?
The F word?
History of Swearing.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom was watching that. I'm like, what the hell are you watching? Like,
She's like, hell, actually came from the Latin.
oh damn.
hey, my favorite quote from that show was, "I think the word pussy has a very bright future."
Bro, it's strong as hell.
I
That's a
haven't
strong
watched
word.
it yet, but now I want to.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta watch that. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna definitely look at that. All right, guys. So we're gonna go into our next segment, which is one of the last ones. We have a special request. We do this for the podcast Motto-Vation, where we ask you guys, the viewers, to go out and do something positive in your communities. Last couple of streams, we stuck to write a positive note, and leave it on someone's car or their door, or if you're in an office, in their office space, or even your house, on their door, slide it under their door. I did it the other day with my girlfriend. She was taking a shower, and I just felt a vibe, so I was like, you know what? I put "I love you" on there. You're my everything, and I slid it under the door. And when she gets out of the shower, she sees it on the floor. She's like, oh snaps! Either Connor's being weird or Bobby wrote this for me.
I do the same thing. I just write WID question mark on a piece of paper and slide it under the bathroom door.
Slides back, shitting.
It has a little brown smudge on it.
Just
What
doesn't-
about
it just
you?
doesn't get slid back. I get left on red in real life.
Oh,
You have a real
dang.
awkward
Come on,
conversation
Greg's
about
wife.
boundaries.
Oh man.
Put a lock in there for a reason.
But this time we want to ask you guys to, if you just like this is inspired from Greg's story about his wife and the person in Costco, right? Was it Costco?
I don't remember where.
I
it
don't
was.
think. I think I might have answered that. So
It's happened a
Somewhere.
few times.
Okay.
Say Walmart just to be safe.
okay, Walmart. Okay. So if you see someone out and about and you like something that their hair, don't be weird about it, but like their shoes.
Use a new shampoo.
Is that L'Oreal or Garnier?
It's like, who are you and how'd you know my last
You
shit?
like their style. You like the shirt they're wearing, or maybe you notice something about let's say your friend. And you're like, oh, that's a new watch, or or that's you're trying a new whatever. Say it. Go ahead and just make someone's day. Make sure it's platonic as hell, because you don't want people slapping you in the face. I don't want you going up to anybody saying nice rack. Just bow. You don't want that. Unless you know that person personally and she's going to love that compliment. I don't know. But do it in the most positive light as you can and change someone's day. because they're gonna love it.
It's good advice.
You mean give something to the viewers so what they can come up with? Or,
That
for
was
us
gonna be it, but
ourselves?
yeah, if you have something, yeah. What do you have? Do you have something?
I don't know. Text a loved one in the morning
Ooh,
and at night,
ooh,
saying I appreciate you a lot, and just know I'm always thinking about you.
oh.
It doesn't have to be always thinking about it. But
Talk
just
to
know
you
I
in the
think
morning.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Ah.
Like a thing I would do when I was working late nights at Wally World,
Is that?
short for Walmart.
I was like, yeah, it's Walmart, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
not,
Walmart.
not Target, unfortunately.
No.
I would like, because my dad wakes up in the morning like 3 a.m. because he's a construction worker. I would like either text him or just call him right before he gets in his shift, saying like, "Hey, like, how's it going? How we doing, boss?"
Oh.
Doesn't really say love you. He just always says like, "All right." He not slurs it, but he's like, "All right, bye." It's always short, but just the fact
Some
that
older
I do it,
guys, they do that, bro.
And then
Yeah.
what's interesting, he would never respond, but like when I started doing that, he would call me back after he gets off of work. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing good."
I like that. That's good because it takes two to tango. So you reached
Yeah.
out and attempted to make the connection, and he reached back. That's very cool.
Oh, dude. All right. Well, those two things you guys can do. Please, 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 please do it. We're going to use the honor system. Sooner or later in the future podcast, when this gets funding and whatnot, we will have a Patreon too. We will give you rewards to reward your kindness.
Do giveaways.
I am a big person about go ahead and film your goodness. I don't care. At least you're doing good. There's so much chaotic destruction in the world that's being filmed. We need to change the narrative. We need to outweigh that bad. So make it a mark in history where people can view this and see it on TikTok or this and this and that.
You're a results guy.
I am a results guy.
It's not about the journey.
It's
the
about both,
results.
but
Well, but I mean, if you're doing the right thing for the wrong reasons,
Yeah.
yes,
is it about the journey or is it about the results?
about the results then. I think it's about the results because it's about the change. It's about the what the impact made. So there's the journey is going to go up and down, but the results, if you try with all your heart and all your passion, it will be good. May you believe it or not.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this was Motto-Vation, where the motto is more motivation. Stay tuned because we've got some outros right now, which is actually stay tuned because there's no commercial breaks. We're not, unless you want to go check out Hella Greg's Twitch and give him a follow, go do that. We'll wait
Yes, sir.
2 minutes.
Just go to hellagreg.com.
HellaGreg.com. Go check it out on one of your extra browser sources. We're going to bring it over to the web browser, and we're going to give time for. Oh gosh, we might get abducted by aliens tonight, guys. You know.
Whoa.
New one. I don't
Jesus,
know
is that
exactly
you?
what happened.
So we're gonna go and give each person a little time slot to talk about what they're working on and what they're doing, and
Hello, it's you.
If this is the last time we're seeing somebody, please report this to the Space Force.
As
Yeah.
soon as I step out, it's like a white room. I'm in the Matrix.
oh,
Oh,
dude,
God.
the keys.
The architect
Welcome.
is there.
All right, let's go with my boy Jose first. Let's Jose.
What's up?
Tell us where we can find you. What are you working on right now? What do you want to promote? on the floor.
Everything. You can find me on all social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok under Denzokolo. I'm like pointing to the. That's me. Yeah. I'm currently working on a cool, fun project / fan film series with my good friend here.
Oh, pull up
Bobby.
YouTube right quick.
You can pull it up if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, what is
It's a Star Wars fan film.
Just show them the
we're
page
working
so they can see what they're looking for.
on. Just type in. I think it's just Denzokolo on YouTube, and then it should be like the first or second one. But I do ASMR content / just like entertainment, anything that's makes someone's day. You know, a chuckle, a laugh, a smile. That's all I like to do. I actually just make people's day. That's me.
Oh, nice.
It should be no, not that one. It should be in videos or the most recent one. It says
Ooh,
Awakened.
Awakened, right
Our
there.
series is called Awakened.
This one?
The
The
second
second
one.
there.
This is
Not that commercial.
Ah,
Sorry, it just got monetized this recently, so we're
Ooh,
good.
nice.
Let's go.
We'll leave it up. We'll let the ad play.
We gotta let
Oh,
that-
thank you.
we gotta
Let the ad play. Don't skip it.
Hey, it's not a bad ad. It's not a bad ad. Look,
I get the good
He
ads.
wasn't alone.
dude, this series too is just amazing. It's awesome. Just getting a pleasure to be a part of it. Getting to play Finn.
Burn out on this?
We've got pipe.
I don't know.
I think they show that you can.
Those, Bobby.
Dude,
Nothing
let's
for
go.
this guy.
No, I want to be that too. Like what the hell? Okay,
But,
so this is Awakened.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars fan film. It takes place. It's like an alternate. It's a what if AU alternate universe thing where it takes place after what was that? It takes place after the rise of Skywalker. So it's like a what if Ben Solo redeemed himself and lived after the events, stuff like that. And he ends up taking the role of master and trains Finn, and because Finn wants to become a Jedi.
Yep.
It's a long arc that we're trying to shoot for at least 12, maybe 10, 11 episodes. So
Oof. It will be there will be actual vocals.
yeah, my Canon was just not
picking it up.
not picking up anything, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to put subtitles, my guy. But for sure, we'll have sound on the
But
next
I
one.
mean, it got a lot of love too. Like
It did get a lot.
that's
of
your
love.
boy Finn.
That is Finn.
What's up?
He's gonna have a new costume in the next episode, hopefully.
Ooh, it's gonna be awesome.
But stuff like that.
Let's see this fight scene real quick, and then is there anything else while this is playing? You gonna?
No, not much. I'm just doing a lot of TikToks. I'm trying to go into calligraphy for my other ASMR stuff.
Ooh.
I just realized calligraphy is really hard.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm like, I bought a quill pen. I'm like, God, the ink is on my finger all of a sudden.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Bob Saget, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Is that Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber, dude. It's
The
on
house is full of shit.
the ceilings.
But yeah, calligraphy's hard, but it's a process.
It's okay. Writing my own name is pretty hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, here comes this fight scene here.
So I'm trying to keep it short because I'm looking at all these fan films, and they're super long. They're entertaining, but it's just super long, and it's hard to get people's attention nowadays. These days. So
You get him to sit still long enough.
yeah, I've just noticed that.
I mean, what an amazing Kylo.
Thank
Like,
you.
gosh dang. Oof. Oof.
Smooth.
That was smooth, right?
Thank you. We
You already know how
I
to do it.
I don't want to say improv, but I came up with this choreography like on the spot. I know it sounds bad, but
No, no.
in my mind it looked good and then it came out good. So
I mean,
that's all
people
that
loved
mattered.
it, dude.
Re-coaching to each other like pro wrestlers. Like
Actually, yeah.
I was coaching him. I was like, all right, we're gonna do it like this. I want you to do this.
No.
Can you do a backflip? He's like, no, don't do it.
It's like, because like that's that.
That jacket.
The jacket was like
Yeah.
like it's a really nice jacket. It's like
It's a
it's not
replica
mine.
jacket.
Yeah.
My good friend, this guy Will.
Will's
he
awesome.
that's his jacket, so he was like, just don't fall on the floor, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna need you to just jump in the air somehow.
Yeah, it was.
It worked. Yeah. I'm stoked. We're gonna film episode 2 this Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic, bro. We've already did our choreo for it.
Yeah.
We really planned it out. It's gonna be 10 times more epic than this one, even though this one's pretty epic already.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Yeah. I
But
tell people when I share this, I'm like, it's only 3 minutes. Just if you have time, it's just 3 minutes.
check
was
out
cool,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Check him out, guys. Really look through the whole YouTube because he's amazing.
Yeah.
And TikTok.
Yeah,
His TikTok's
definitely.
amazing. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Thank you for your time and giving me the time.
Hey, all right,
Let's move it
Hunter.
on. Hunter.
All right, yeah.
Let's go on that YouTube, bro.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm on YouTube. Hunter Oran,
Let me follow you right now. Once he pops it up.
and I was like, I think I only found your Instagram. I was like, I gotta look it up, but it's smart that you have it all like on the
Yeah.
same name.
Sync
hard
it
to find
up,
this
bro.
stuff, so if you
Sync
look-
it up, bro. I learned
yeah.
that.
Do
You
it on
better sync it
everything.
up.
No,
It's
yeah.
got to be one
I know,
name for them
I know,
all.
I gotta do that, but
Or at least a link to every one so you could just click
yeah,
to click.
Right now it's gonna be Hunter Orion. Like one of my favorite songs is that I've done is
Hunter Orion.
Other Side. I'm not coming up on the algorithm unless you type like the whole thing.
I got you right here.
I found you.
Ooh.
on
You
Insta.
guys found me?
got you on
Dude,
Insta.
Oh my
because you're getting
gosh.
views,
I'm
bro.
coming up here.
Nice. I hate to say this, but
Oh, this is a
Oh wait,
Thumbnail.
wait. Pause this real quick. Before we play this.
Don't tell me how to live.
Oh, my bad. Just talk a little bit more about yourself because I want to play this out for the outro of exiting.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm just making music. I recently had my first TikTok kind of blow up. It's me
Nice.
flipping a tortilla, and yeah, I guess people like that. You know?
Tortilla?
So yeah, just tortilla.
I'm surprised at what takes off.
Oh
You'd
yeah,
be surprised,
bro. Trust me. Yeah, dude. Dude.
I had a video not long ago where I was just talking about the food my mom makes, and I said, "Hey, Gordon Ramsay, what do you got on this?" And everyone in the comments section were all Mexicans coming out from like, oh my gosh, Gordon, it's the weirdest thing, man.
What? I mean,
flipping a tortilla, I gotta beat that one.
bro, I remember one I had
Tell you
was
that.
Get in there and critique your
jumping.
style.
It's probably like 5 seconds long. Like,
Bad form.
Yep,
and you just
it's on the wrist.
People are flipping tortillas all
people
the wrong
like
way.
anything,
Yeah.
bro. You never know. You just put it all out there.
Yeah.
Put it all there. Like
Yeah.
I jumped for my viral video. Got 5 million likes.
Nice.
5 million views. 700,000 likes. For me jumping and just trying to tag freaking like what those those high jump things are.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of middle schoolers and kids saying, I used to do that in my doorway. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
Nice.
it's like,
Yeah.
what the heck? You know, so keep putting it out there and it'll blow up. Is
Yeah.
there anything else they can find you on?
Just TikTok and YouTube.
Cool.
And Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything you're working on right now?
I got some stuff in the works.
Ooh, some
Yeah.
music.
New
Yeah.
songs.
These songs, yeah. I want to put out an EP. I want to put an album after that. So
That's
Cool.
tight.
yeah.
All right, Greg. Well, what you got, homie?
Just go to hellagreg.com. Everything's on there.
He's a
Everything you'll need to know.
quick,
Yeah.
sweet, simple.
Yeah, just that's the thick and veiny of it.
I am hardcore BMP, aka Bob Scott C. Roberts, but my other names on my social medias are _B3R_, which is tied up to everything, my photography stuff, my music stuff, my stuntman work, and all that good stuff. You could find me if you just go on my Instagram, you'll find links to everything.
Links in bio.
Yep, and TikTok. I blew up a little bit, but not a lot. But definitely keep looking up on that.
We're getting there.
And yeah, and just like I was gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna be on Awakened, so that's gonna be awesome.
And on a Miles project soon.
Oh, see, I didn't even know about that guy. So you know what? Hey,
That's
dropped
what
it
this-
here.
You heard it here first.
Oh, look out for a Miles
Miles
project.
Morales. Here we go.
I'm
Spider-Man.
hyped because that's something I've always wanted. I was really sad when I heard that Marvel's already auditioned for Miles.
Really?
That's where there's a leak.
Ah, I hate when they don't say stuff.
Bro, I'm
that.
like, bro, I could have been him. Like, ¿por qué?
Needs a little more.
¿Qué? Huh? Like, but you know, it's cool. I get to do it. I get to do the role for the Hero Alliance, so it's
Yeah.
really awesome. You can check them out too.
Yep.
The Hero Alliance, if you're in the Valley. And yeah, check all my stuff out. We're gonna end it off here. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Motto-Vation, where the motto is more motivation. And we're gonna sign out with Hunter's beautiful face and song.
Songs you write when quarantine. And
And
this,
then
is this
you-
you?
And then can we do that thing where you mute us and we start talking in the background, like in like the old TV
Like in,
shows and the
news
credits?
stations?
Yeah, like.
Now that we've made it all straight through, but is there love to do? I've seen 1,000 miles away, and if I need to, I'll go today. And everyone is okay, okay. I tell myself